Hello and welcome to our OSSLT video series. Today we're going to be talking about the series of paragraphs. If you learn these strategies, you will definitely have one less problem being successful on the test. So let's begin at the end here by looking at the scoring rubric for this long writing task. Both the news report and the series of paragraphs goes through two rubrics actually, one that marks for content and the other for conventions. So you can get 60 marks for content, and let's take a look at what is necessary for you to get the top marks. Have a strong opinion right from the beginning in the topic sentence, and use good organization for your ideas, including transition words. Make sure that there are sufficient supporting details for each of your 3 points and that your arguments advance from weakest to strongest. End off with a conclusion that summarizes all of your main points. The remainder of your marks comes from the rubric for spelling and grammar. They're not looking for perfect work, but what they are looking for is that the reader isn't distracted by spelling and grammar mistakes within your writing.
My name is Devin Lowell, and my tip is to do the long answer first.
Absolutely, it is important to manage your time properly while you are doing the literacy test, so feel free to jump ahead to the news report or the series of paragraphs in order to complete that first, and then you can go back and finish the rest. So let's review the strategies you can use in order to be successful on the series of paragraphs writing task. Highlight the key words in the question to help you focus. Then, use a T-chart or some other organizer for brainstorming in the rough notes area, which, by the way, is not marked. Studies have shown that students who do use the rough notes, though, are more successful on the test. And then you're going to want to write your 3 to 5 paragraph answer. You have to start by using a good topic sentence that answers the question, give point-proof comments 3 times, and then a good concluding statement. So for the purposes of this exemplar, we're looking at the question, do teenagers place too much importance on what they wear? As you can see, we've already highlighted the key words, and from here we'll move on to our brainstorming. So I've done my brainstorming here, and what I decided to do was to find arguments for both sides of the question and then kind of pick the one that I feel the most strongly about or that I've come up with the most points for. And you can do this using a T-chart or any brainstorming format, it doesn't matter. And I've narrowed it down and decided to go with the yes side of the topic. All right, so we've begun with a good topic sentence that clearly answers the question. It says, yes, I think that teenagers place too much importance on what they wear, and I have actually used personal pronouns. Okay, so it's perfectly fine for you to use personal pronouns and refer to yourself and your reader in this essay since it is an opinion essay, not a formal literary essay. So don't worry about that. Just make sure you've answered the question clearly. So skimming through our finished product here, you can see there's 4 paragraphs. That means I've got a fairly decent introduction, 3 body paragraphs with a concluding statement at the end. So let's just take a closer look at one of the paragraphs to see how it's organized structurally. We have a good transition word at the beginning there, lastly, and then a good topic sentence that tells us what the paragraph's going to be about. The green highlight shows us the proof or the example that the student is discussing here, and then the gray is the comment or the explanation that will connect it to the actual question, and then we've ended with a concluding statement. So to sum up, in order to be successful on this task, be sure to have 3 to 5 paragraphs as your answer. So if you have bigger writing, then be sure to accommodate for that. What you should aim for is to fill the 2 pages that you are given at least 3/4 of the way, if not all the way. Make sure you indent between paragraphs and use good transition words to organize your thoughts. Answer the question as best as you can and support your points with examples, and then go back and review for spelling and grammar. As always, the best way to use these strategies is to get online on the OSSLT website and go through the sample online test yourself and practice some of these strategies.